What's going on? How's everyone doing?
Shout out to Colin. Everybody else who's cool with Colin.
Chucky, I didn't say.
Get your popcorn and your Coca-Cola and relax.
Anyway, tell Colin I'm ready.
What's going on? This is Colin. How's everybody doing? Happy Wednesday. Hope everyone's well. Hope you guys have had a great first half of the week. Only 2 days left. All right, let's go. All right, I've got a bunch of random clips for you tonight. Most of them are people yelling, not necessarily yelling at the judge, but just yelling out of frustration. You'll see. All right, before I hit that play button, you already know what to do. Do your jump kick backflips, hit the like and subscribe. Also, Jay, thank you so much for the gifted memberships. And welcome to the new members. Jay, you're awesome, bud. Thank you. Now let's go.
Mr. Harvey, it's my understanding you didn't do the interview with the public defender. Do you want to do it now?
Well, with the public defender, it's a simple question and everything like that. On this thing, I told him at the end, man, go do that so we can get this over with. This is the policy I'm trying to do. I gotta get home to my mama. I ain't got time for the constellation and going through all this and making. I'm in here for no reason anyway.
Mr. Harvey,
Well,
Mr. Harvey, you're there
Yeah.
for a reason, and if you think that that kind of attitude is going to increase your likelihood of going home today, it's not. So I asked you a simple question. Did you want to talk to the public defender?
I told him yes, so we can do this. That's why I told him. That's what I just said to you, ma'am. You didn't hear that.
What I heard you doing was a lot of talking. So is it?
No, I told you the truth. You want to ask me the same question over and over again. You only can say the answer so many times before I get it.
Yeah, I'm trying to understand right now. So
I
did you
was
need to talk to him, or did
I only
you
have
say
to say
yes?
yes one time. I shouldn't have to keep on saying 3 times.
Mr. Raleigh, did you want to talk to him and see if you can finish up your intake?
I'd like another attempt at it if I could, yes.
Okay, we'll give it a try and see what happens.
Oh, I
That's
know.
why I
All right, hold on. Hold on.
Since the bench weren't so old, I'm going to start with reading you the complaint.
All right, let's go.
Mr. Harvey was alleged that on or about February 23rd of 2015 at 927 South Washington Avenue in City of Lansing, Ingham County, Michigan, you did make an assault or assault and battery on Philaria Michael Harvey, an individual with whom you had a child in common, a resident or former resident of your household or your spouse. That is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines plus court costs. You were arraigned on this February 24 of 2015 and scheduled for pretrial. There's a bench warrant here that says you failed to attend your pretrial on March 9 of 2015, and we have not seen you since, as far as I can tell in this file. Hold on, what is this? Yeah, that's everything. All right. So, Mr. Harvey, you understand the charge that they've accused you of?
Yes, I was there. I'm the one who called y'all. I called.
Mr. Harvey, you understand the possible penalty?
I know the penalty, but I didn't do it. I called.
Mr. Harvey, saying all of that isn't going to change anything today. Please just answer my questions when I ask them.
I know all my rights. I know all about this case.
Mr. Harvey,
I know everything.
I am required to do this, so let me do my job today so we can all go home. You have the right to have an attorney in this matter. If you cannot afford one, we'll see if the public defender will represent you. You have the right to have a trial that could be by jury. You have the right to see, hear, and question all of the witnesses again.
What state are you in, Lizette? First off, that sucks. I'm sorry you're going through that. Yeah, that's terrible. So when you said your old landlord didn't call your new apartment, was that like a referral type thing that he just didn't do? Is that what you're referring to? I don't really know. But yeah, if you're in court, let's cover it. We'll cover it with you.
Issue at trial. You have the right to bring witnesses in your own defense and you could get a subpoena to make them appear. You have the right to testify at your trial if you wanted to, but if you did not want to testify, the prosecutor could not use your silence against you. You have the right to be presumed innocent unless they can prove that you are guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand your rights, Mr. Harvey?
I understand very well, ma'am.
Would you like a public defender to assist you in this case?
Ma'am, I'd like to do all what you want me to do so we can get home to my mom. And
Mr.
that's all
Harvey,
I
would you
want
like
to
a public defender to assist you in this
do. Ma'am,
case?
I want to do everything you want from me.
So
Yes,
that's not how
yes,
this works,
yes.
Mr. Harvey. You just
This
say yes or
person, my
no.
illness, I don't got medicine to take for my illness.
Mr.
So excuse me,
Rowley,
I'm sorry
Mr.
for
Harvey, is Mr. Harvey requesting a public defender?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
All right.
God.
Pre-trial in this matter, since it was a Judge Cherry case, it's gonna be mine. So I looked at my docket. Pre-trial will be scheduled for April 22nd at 10 a.m. If the jailer could write that on his notice, so he has that date, it's April 22nd, 10 a.m.
I will be there.
So that he has an actual date instead of a to be determined date. Mr. Harvey,
Yes.
you are going to be ordered to have no contact with Filaria Harvey. I have no idea who Filaria Harvey is to you, but
Very
is there,
Harvey, my wife.
okay,
That's
is there
divorced.
is there an address that you will be at?
Ma'am, I have no idea where my wife at.
Okay, no, I'm asking
No,
you, what address will you be at?
I'm homeless.
I thought you just said you were gonna go stay with your mom.
I help my mom. My mom ill. I want to take care of my mom. I don't have a home. I gave up my home in Florida to come down here to help my mama.
Okay,
To be
hold on.
home.
Mr. Harvey, hold on one second. All right, you want the date, sir? It's April 22nd at 10 a.m.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. All right, Mr. Harvey, so you told me you were gonna go to your mom's and then you're telling me you can't stay with
I
her?
did. I didn't sit there and try to tell you plain and clearly. I moved back here from Florida to help my mom and my son.
Yep, I heard
To
that
put
part.
me in
I'm
a
asking you about an
situation where I'm
address.
homeless. I had a home in Florida. Now come here in this raggedy town that don't help. I don't have a home. Been
What's a
working
phone number
trying
for
to get
you?
my Section 8. I don't know my phone number. Never knew God. Never called myself, and they busted up my phone. So I ain't even got no. I only can tell you the truth. They right here, available for it. Wait. Same thing. I'm the one who called the cop on this case.
Mr. Harvey, stop.
I'll tell you later when we go to court. They're gonna be the same truth. They ain't changed.
Mr. Rowley, anything else for me for this bond?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, based on Mr. Harvey's failure to appear and his inability to provide me an address or cooperate.
Thank you, Jay Hart, but that was barely a soft sit video. I mean, it was, but yeah, Judge Clark shut him down real quick. So it was only a soft sit video for 1 minute out of the 7-minute video. But thank you.
With general directions from the court, bond is set at $2,000, 10% with no personal recognizance relief. There'll be no PR on this case. Conditions of your release, Mr. Harvey, of course, you must attend court. I gave you a court date, April 22nd at 10 a.m. Mr. Harvey, you're required to stand here because there's conditions of bond that I have to give you. Come back or you'll be remanded.
My name
Listen.
Okay.
Listen.
I'm gonna have to, if I can't give you conditions of release, I have to remand you.
In the name of Jesus, I just stop.
Mr. Harvey. Just step up back.
Everybody go to this shit.
Okay, we'll step back up there, okay?
Cause you don't wanna hear the truth.
You're gonna make a worse for you. What do you make for yourself? Let's step back up there.
I got a mom that they don't care about, that I can't help.
Mr. Harvey.
I cannot, my heart of God
Okay.
can't allow me to keep on hearing this wrong shit.
Okay, well, Harvey, we have to step back up there.
You don't care. You ain't helping my elders doing this way.
Well, you know what?
You sit there looking at me as a guilty person, knowing that my wife kept me.
No one's.
Knowing that last time I beat that case, when the first time she did it,
All right.
it's all in record.
All right.
Because I don't want to do that job. I'm calling the cops.
He's almost done, okay?
Dumbass brother go
Just step back.
scare her sister, go tell the cops I did it when I called him. And I gotta be persecuted over and over again for doing the right thing.
Mr.
That's
Harvey,
why
this
I'm
can all
afraid.
get wrapped up at your court date if you just show up for it.
I will show up for it. I'm tired
Okay.
of craziness.
Well, I don't know.
I'm
'cause
not
you're-
a person
You're
who breaks
listening
the
to me
law.
zero. So, Mr. Harvey, let me finish
Break the
telling you the
law.
conditions of your release.
I can feel it.
She's almost done, okay, Harvey? You just gotta be patient. Just a couple more.
It's frustrating my unit. I'm sorry that you feel this way about me and everything, but I can't help it because of what I got in my condition. It's a medical condition. And you don't understand that. I'm sorry I'm bipolar. I'm sorry that I'm schizophrenic. And that's just frustrating me right now. When I'm standing here being an innocent person, there's something someone did to me. And you won't hear the truth because you won't allow me to say the truth. So we're going to say it in court so we can get it over with. Because I got to get to my mother and what God want me to do. Because that's the only important thing to me. Because this world stuff don't mean nothing to me because it's dead. So thank you. I will appreciate you. I'll be there. I'm sorry. And God bless y'all. But God move on with my life. And so
Mr.
we can do
Harvey,
this.
stop talking so I can finish.
Hey.
Mr. Harvey, you must attend your court date. That's April 22nd at 10 a.m. Do not leave the state without permission of the court. Do not commit any crimes. You must notify the court in writing of your address and telephone number. So when you get that sorted out, you need to let us know so we can mail you things. Do not possess or purchase a firearm or dangerous weapon. Do not use alcohol or illegal controlled substances. Do not engage in harassing, intimidating, stalking, or threatening behaviors. Do not assault, harass, intimidate, beat, molest, wound, or threaten Filaria Harvey. Do not have any direct. I'm not going to finish this if that's how you're going to behave.
Don't know where she at. So how can I
Mr.
do
Harvey?
anything to her?
Harvey, just turn around and face. She's almost done, man.
Sir, 12 years.
She's
I've got to
almost
be
done.
embarrassed
Harvey,
and dishonored.
she's almost done, okay? Turn
Because
around
of
and face.
fucking wrong, I told my wife, stop
Just turn around
hitting
and
me.
face it.
That you a better, a motherfucker.
Just turn
I'm
around.
26 years older than her. And what the fuck you did put her hands on me?
Just turn around. She's almost done, babe.
And I gotta keep paying for shit a wrong did to me.
You're not to have any
So,
direct or
50
indirect
years ago.
contact with Filaria Harvey. You're
So,
not to be
no,
within
I
2,000
don't want to
feet
know her God before.
of where she lives, works, or goes to
Don't
school. And
care
I'm gonna
about
order
where
that
she live at.
And I order that cats do an evaluation of you at the jail before they consider your release. But of course, your bond is $2,000, 10% with no personal recognizance.
Y'all go now,
right.
please. Y'all just like to hear yourself talk.
It's not done. Wait until she's done.
All right, Mr. Raleigh, anything else?
Nothing further. Thank you.
No.
Proud. I serve my Lord proudly. I shall serve my wife proudly.
Your Honor,
For her
you're all
to smack you the
correct, ma'am.
fuck wrong, but all she would learn was the fuck wrong.
I can't really hear you over Mr. Harvey, but I think we're done, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
All right, so that just happened. She did order about an evaluation. She did. That was one of the last things she said. So he will get an evaluation. He'll also be back in court in a couple days. So we'll see. We'll see if if it was drug or alcohol that caused them to act that way. We'll see. All right, next clip. What we got next? Going to Kansas next? Maybe. Yep. Kansas.
Mr.
You know what? I'm gonna read these off real quick. Tracy, thank you so much for becoming a new member. Welcome to the family. Thank you so much. That's awesome. And Peepla, member for 3 months. Thank you, peeps. I appreciate it, peeps. Thank you both.
Riggins, good afternoon.
Afternoon, Mr. Crum.
All right, this is State of Kansas versus William Ryan Riggins, case number 24 CR 165. The state appears by Devin Canfield. Mr. Riggins appears in custody from the Butler County Jail. You're here for a first appearance on a new case. Mr. Riggins, have you received a copy of your charges?
No, I haven't.
All right, there's 2 counts, both alleged to have occurred on April 16th, 2024 in Butler County, Kansas. Count 1 alleges non-residential burglary, a level 7 non-person felony. The alleged burglary occurred at a City of Augusta building at 300 East 5th Street, Augusta, Kansas. Count 2 is an allegation of theft, a Class A non-person misdemeanor. Alleged victim, City of Augusta. Tools, saws, hand tools, ladder, pipe fittings, valve.
I think it's a rule that if you're a judge in Kansas, you have, and you're a male. Let's be fair, because Judge Webster does not follow this rule. But every guy judge is extremely monotone. All the Kansas guy judges are just like, yeah, and this is your charge. Okay, now this is what you did, and this is what your bond's gonna. Except for Judge Webster, she has all sorts of personality.
Valves, couplers, connectors, elbows. So those are the 2 charges against you. There's a felony involved, so you won't be asked to enter a plea today. Your case has been assigned to Judge Hart.
Okay.
Your next court date will be on his felony preliminary hearing control docket on June 24th at
Alright.
2:30 p.m. by Zoom, June 24th at 2:30.
Alright.
Can you afford to hire your own attorney?
Not quite. I mean, I only make $12 an hour.
You have other cases pending in the jurisdiction still?
Yeah, I got Joe Fabre.
Okay, well, I'll appoint Jim Watts and then he'll probably assign it to Mr. Fabre if he's got you on some other cases, but the appointment will go to Mr. Watts.
Okay.
We need to set a bond. Mr. Canfield, what's the state's recommendation for bond?
Your Honor, the defendant is a C box on the grid. He is
I'm a
currently
C.
on bond.
Let's see. C box.
C
That's what he
box.
said.
Oh, I said B. My bad. I'm sorry. I apologize.
The defendant is also on bond in 7 Butler County cases. So for that reason, the state will be asking for a $75,000 cash surety bond, no contact with the alleged victim or the address of 300 East 5th Street in Augusta, Butler County, Kansas. And should the defendant make bond, the state will request GPS.
7,500.
All right, Mr. Riggins, you've got a lot of cases here. I think 75,000 cash or surety is appropriate. That will be the order of the court. You do
No
make the
getting
bond.
out.
In this case, you're to have no contact with 300 East 5th. Hey, Mr. Riggins, you need to sit back down.
I'm done, man. I ain't giving a. What else you got to tell me, man? You guys just put these fucking cases on me. I ain't think. What?
You're to have no contact with 300 East 5th in Augusta, Kansas.
75,000 bond. I ain't have no contact with nobody.
All right, we'll be in recess.
6:01, 10:15, back.
Yeah, that started off normal, right? He was, respectable, respectful is what the word was, and as polite as he could be for being in jail. Yeah, that turned south quick. Mary, thank you for being a member for 3 months. That is awesome. Thank you so much, Mary. I appreciate it. All right, next one. I don't remember. Perkins? Judge
Forward,
Perkins. Oh, I'm on a roll tonight.
let's go back on the record with Gaskin. Gaskin, I've given you an opportunity, Ms. Gaskin, to speak with Mr. Berry. What does your client want to do?
Your Honor, my client would avail herself of the offer.
Is that what you want to do, Ms. Gaskin? You realize this offer, do you have a valid license now?
No.
You realize this is probably going to affect your license for the next 2 years?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Raise your right hand, please. You swear or affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
All right, you can put your hand down. Do you understand the maximum possible penalty for this offense is 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines?
Yes.
You understand you have an absolute right to a trial?
Yes.
Mr. Berry went over your other advice or rights in the breakout room, did he not?
Yes, he did.
You understood those rights?
Yes.
Have any questions about those rights?
I do not.
You know by taking this deal, you're gonna give those rights up?
Yes.
Anybody offered you anything other than what's been stated in the record?
No.
Draw your attention back to December 7th, 2023 at around 11:39 a.m. in the city of Detroit in the area of East Outer Drive in England. Did you have an occasion on that day to come in contact with the Detroit Police Department?
Yes.
You were operating a motor vehicle?
Yes.
What possesses you to go 62 miles an hour?
I don't, well, I'm not sure, sir. I was headed home. I'm not sure if I was going that fast. I know I was over for sure, but I don't.
I mean, it's a 62 and a 35. You're already don't have a valid license. And you just have the nerve to be going, let's not even say 62. You were going awfully fast, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
I don't understand that.
I was.
You don't have, it just tells me you don't have any regard for anybody else.
I do. I was very cautious. I just was over. I made a mistake.
How are you cautious doing 62 in a 35? Explain that to me.
I can't. That was very irresponsible.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You don't have any regard for people out on the road. And you don't even have a valid license, man. All right. Did the officer ask you to produce a valid driver's license?
Yes.
You couldn't do so, could you?
I could not, but I did inform the officer of my situation. I actually lost my license due to me being sued, so I'm currently in bankruptcy trying to get my license back.
All right. And what is that for? Be it because you had an accident?
I was not in the wrong. That's when I was 19. It was like 10 years ago.
I didn't ask you whether you were in the wrong or not, did I?
You did not.
I said because you had an accident, right?
Yeah, you were right.
At 19. And now you're 27 and still going 62 in a 35-mile-an-hour zone. All right. Find you guilty. Amended count of failure to display. $240 fine. 6 to 10. I find you responsible.
No, CYP. She's being sued. I'm guessing. I mean, the defendant just said that she wasn't at fault for it. Maybe she was cited for it, and maybe, I don't know, she didn't have insurance, so she's being sued for damages that she, maybe defaulted on and stopped paying. I know Michigan does this where in their civil courts, they can actually suspend your license. So the bankruptcy would clear off that debt and allow her to get her license again. Now, these are just kind of guesses. And that's just knowledge that I've accrued from watching Michigan court. Not a lawyer, no idea if that's true or not, but I think I'm at least half right. Let's say that.
For the amended count of 6 to 10, $135. Stipulate the proper cause to dismiss the other matters.
So stipulated, Your Honor.
All right. 240, 135. When can you pay it, ma'am?
Um,
Bankruptcy, don't have any money, nothing.
no, I don't have any money currently. I'm paying for something else.
You might want to put this on your bankruptcy thing.
Is that possible?
I would think so. It's fine, it's adjudicated now.
Okay, well, maybe the beginning of May.
All right, I'm gonna give you May the 9th to figure it out, whether you pay it, put it on the bankruptcy, whatever you do with it. Have a very good day. Pay it at any, if you're gonna pay it at any div that kiosk in the city of Detroit. I'm told you can upload that div that app to your phone. Also, you can come down to the courthouse and pay it in person. Those are the two best ways I can tell you to pay it. Well, hopefully you're not driving anymore, but I kind of feel that you will be. So I hope you slow down and have a very good day.
Kidders, I'm guessing that she was sued over not paying, maybe restitution for something. That's what I'm guessing. That's what she's being sued over. Just a guess.
Best of luck to you,
Yeah.
Ms. Gaston.
Thank you, Your Honor. You have a good day as well.
Thank you.
All right. Before we go any further, Beverly Bradford, thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate it. I sure do appreciate it. One of these days I'm gonna nail that accent, and you guys are gonna think it's Biggin for a second. All right. Let's see. I've been 3 for 3 on clip. Yeah, I have no idea. I'm not even gonna guess. I'm gonna be wrong.
Gentlemen, we're
Oh, this is just kind of an interesting traffic matter. No, there's no attitude in this one. This is just kind of like this guy's gonna get you're gonna be asking questions. Let's just say that.
Here on a citation that was issued on March 2nd of this year on I-196 there in Ganges Township. This is a speeding citation on an actual 90 and a 70. However, it was only written as 1 to 5 over on a freeway. Mr. McCarthy, you're here on this citation to do one of 3 things. First is you could admit responsibility to the citation, or 2, admit responsibility, but you'd like to provide some sort of explanation as to how or why this happened, or 3, you wish to contest this citation. In other words, fight the ticket at what we call informal hearing. What were you looking to do?
Well, I was doing the speed limit with everybody else, and I was not going 90 miles an hour because I never go
Sir,
that
you
fast.
do not have a ticket for going 90 miles an hour. The deputies use their discretion to write you the lowest speeding ticket they're able to write. They're accusing you of going 71, 72, 73, 74, or 75 miles an hour, just so you're clear on the ticket.
Yes, sir. I was doing 74 because that's what I had my cruise set in. Because I was going to a funeral in Allegan, Michigan, and I was doing the speed limit. I was doing there was 2 cars that were with me, and I was going as fast as they were. They pulled me over, and yes, the deputy did say, he said he clocked you at 90. I said, God.
Don't tell him, Rich. That's our secret. Just you and me. No one else can know that. Just between you and me.
Officer, I have never gone 90 in my life.
Well, the good news is this is the one kind of speeding ticket they can give you where you don't get any points. It's just the fine. This is usually the ticket everybody's begging me for.
Well, yeah, so will it go on my record?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, see, I have a very clean driving record. That's what. And
You can fight the ticket, sir. It's just that if you fought the ticket, I'd allow them to amend the ticket to something other than what they wrote you for, if they wish to. Because right now you have the lowest speeding ticket you could get. It seems to me you're already admitting that that ticket would be accurate. But if you don't want it on your record, you could choose to fight it.
Well, I'll choose to fight it, I guess, because I was doing the speed limit with everybody else.
Okay, that's not a legal defense, sir. But let's have everyone raise their right hands if we're going to have a hearing. Swear or affirm anything you testify to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I do.
Yes,
Your
Lord.
Deputy, do you wish to amend your ticket before we start?
No, Your Honor.
All right. It makes a lot more sense for me to start with the deputies. They have the a burden to establish to me why you were issued a citation in the first place. And after that, you'd have the opportunity to either ask questions or testify on your own behalf. I'm not sure, Deputy, which one of you wishes to testify, but if someone wants to start, just pick up the narrative somewhere where it makes sense to explain the issuing of this citation.
Yes, Your Honor. On March 2nd, around 10:30 in the morning, while running joint operations with Deputy LaJoyce using his LiDAR device, he advised me over the radio of a vehicle going 90 in a 70-mile-per-hour zone. It's a dark blue Mazda on the left lane. He was further up the road at the M89 overpass on 196. I then saw the dark blue Mazda pass me further on down on 196. I then got behind and initiated a traffic stop where I issued a citation. He advised me that he got the vehicle at 90 at a distance of 733.5 feet on laser.
All right. So you issued the citation, but Deputy LaJoyce actually did the radar.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Then Deputy LaJoyce, I need you to testify as well.
Yes, sir. So while conducting LiDAR outside of my vehicle, I noticed initially this vehicle to be traveling in the left lane. I operated the LiDAR device and pointed the single laser dot on his vehicle. It's indicated the speed of 90 miles per hour at 733.5 feet. As the vehicle passed me, I saw brake lights illuminate from behind.
I am sorry to pause in the middle of the officer's testimony, but I've been trying to figure out why he looks awkward, and you just nailed it. That's exactly what it is. I think it's just a camera angle. He's sitting a little far back, but yeah, absolutely, it does.
Behind the vehicle, and the vehicle will then get into the right lane. I did observe or advise Deputy Kaminsky of the vehicle description, the speed, and that they had just moved over into the right lane of travel.
All right. And I'm assuming you are certified in operation of that radar?
Yes, sir.
Can you check that radar before and after your shift?
Yes, sir. Yep. So when I check,
how did you check that?
So when I check it, I use two different points of testing. I usually do at Saugatuck City Hall, where I have measured out distances. The first distance is 10 feet. Second distance is 15 feet. And you do that to test the distance and calibrate the LiDAR device that way. I did do that morning to ensure that the device was working properly and functioning properly.
All right. Is there an audio tone with LiDAR?
So there is not an audio charm, no, sir. There is a beep when the device locks the speed, and it displays the speed both on the laser portion and on the LED screen display.
All right. And then Mr. McCarty, what is it you'd like to tell me?
Well, I was in the right lane.
You're right. This guy was in the right lane. That's what we know for a fact. And you're right. It was way too long without at least 3 pauses. Thank you for letting me know, Ed.
And the gentleman that was in front of me started slowing down. And in this car that I drive, which was my wife's who had passed, when I get behind somebody, the car will slow down. If I go around somebody in the other lane, the same thing happens. And I don't know if the brake lights go on or not. I don't have a clue because it'll tell me, it'll say brake, brake, which I don't hit the brakes. I just move the car over, and then it will go back to this the cruise that I had it set at. And then when I change lanes, for some reason it slows down. I don't know why. And maybe that's when he saw brake lights. I don't know if brake lights go on when it slows down. I don't have a clue. And I was going to a funeral for my friend's daughter who just died of cancer. And I just made it there after I got pulled over. They were starting to leave, so I had to get back in the line and follow the procession. in Allegan, Michigan. And like I told the other officer, I had my cruise set at 74, which I was going with everybody that was on the road, even cars from Michigan. And I don't know, it still gets me. And he said, well, I have to write you the ticket. I said, okay, that's fine. And I gave him all my stuff. And I do. I have a very clean driving record. This will be the first speeding ticket I've ever gotten that I can remember.
Well, sir, it sounds like your car has driver assist. I suggest you look into how that works, because it does not sound like a good idea for you to not understand how your car works while you're driving.
Well, that was the first time I've really driven it, because at my car that I'm in right now, because my dogs are going crazy in the house, I said, well, I don't think the judge wants to hear dogs barking. So I'm sitting in my car. And yeah, that was the first time I've really driven her car since she's passed.
Well, it sounds like you're traveling in the left lane, and then perhaps you notice that you're getting hit with radar, because then what you did was slow down and move over the right lane without, you know, and then what they did is just call ahead to a second officer. So here's the thing. You realize the officer that wrote you a ticket is not the officer who said you were going 90. And by the time you saw that officer, had dealings with that officer, you may not have been going 90. It's the first officer who testified that they are in fact hitting your car with the LiDAR and getting those readings. So you might be confused about where in time they're saying you were speeding in this interaction you had that day. But even by your own testimony, what I need to decide is whether you're responsible or not responsible on a speeding citation for 1 to 5 over. So there's not really a lot of room here for me to do anything other than find you responsible, because even by your own admissions, you were speeding 1 to 5 over.
I agree. Can I do is there court supervision in Michigan?
Sir, that's for misdemeanors in Illinois. Even it's not for civil.
Yeah, we're gonna put you under probation. You're gonna be 12 months probation for a speeding ticket. You would have to be going. What is it that makes it a misdemeanor? I don't even know. I think I used to. What is it? If you're 30 over, is it a misdemeanor? I don't remember.
This is below a crime, sir. This is not a crime. It's literally just a ticket that you pay a fines and costs for, all right? But you do have a right, because you had a hearing, to say, I don't agree with what just happened there. I don't think I should have been found responsible on this ticket. You could contest this further to what we call formal hearing. But to do that, you must do 2 things. First is you must ask for that within 7 days of today's date. That window of opportunity closes. And secondly, you must come in, because you would have to post a bond in the same amount as the fines and costs to trigger you getting that next hearing. Otherwise, you would be accepting of my finding today, and then all you would need to do is pay that fines and costs with the district court here in Allegan, all right? Do you understand your rights on appeal?
Yes, sir, I do.
All right, then we're all set for what we needed to do here today. I'm going to go ahead and release parties. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yeah, Nick, you're absolutely right. He did. He showed up. He tried. I don't think he was trying to get out of it. I think he was hoping for some kind of reduction. Maybe he was trying to get. I don't know, but you know that's what the legal system's there for. If I get a speeding ticket, or the next speeding ticket I get, I don't really speed, so I don't know. But I'll take it to court. I'll go to court just for the experience of it. And what's the worst that can happen? I had to pay the fine. Best case scenario, officer doesn't show up. Donald, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Very generous of you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right, next clip. What we got?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, this guy's all. I've covered him a few times. This guy is just. Oh man, you'll see. You guys may have seen this already. I don't remember who covered him, but the day this happened last week, and the day that he came up, someone posted him essentially. I don't remember who it was, so it's been out there, but I wanted to use it. A lot of attitude in this guy.
Have a good day.
You as well. Thank you.
Robocall case of the state of Michigan versus Ronald Ray Wilson, case number 24S00001.
Rachel McDuffie for the people.
Assistant Public Defender Davi Leba for Mr. Wilson. Mr. Wilson, could you wait for them to unmute you and then state your name, sir?
Yeah, Chrissy, you're right. He had both officers. So I wonder what would happen there. So the first officer is the one who actually clocked the guy going 90. The second officer is the one who pulled him over. Would he need both officers to show up? If one of them didn't show up, didn't matter which one, would that have been dismissed? That's an interesting question. Where's a lawyer when you need one? Lebo, hey, can you answer that question for us? Your eyes are closed right now. Looks like you're sleeping. Wake up. Answer the question. Sorry you don't feel well, Kimmy. Kimmy, I don't know. Hi, Janie.
Yeah, I'm Ronald Ray Wilson.
We're here for sentencing today on both the contempt proceeding as well as the original underlying charge. Have you had a chance to review the report with your client?
I have, Your Honor. We have no modifications.
Thank you. Ms. McDuffie, anything you'd like to say at this time?
So, Your Honor, I know that I think I say every docket that I'm concerned about something. There's lots to be concerned about here. One of those things is just the fact that Mr. Ray Wilson doesn't appear to even comprehend what this case is. He said it was a made-up charge, I think, in the sentencing report that we have. All charges are made up by somebody, but that he called the victim in violation of no contact orders throughout this entire case. I don't even have the total number, but it was consistent contact all the way up until, let's see, quite a few calls using different numbers. I'm concerned about his conduct during the trial that resulted in a 30-day contempt charge, and I'm not sure how that affects credit if he started serving that immediately after the trial, or if that's yet to be served. So I don't know how that affects the count for credit. I'm concerned that he perjured himself during the trial. So I don't think there's been a case yet until this one where I feel like I don't know that there's anything that any sort of probation classes programming would do to have any sort of effect here, because Mr. Ray Wilson is just so far away from getting it. And I think that's a willful refusal to get it, that I don't know what would help here. So I agree with the recommendation, which is to serve the rest of the remaining time. It's just a shame.
I agree. Serve the rest of the time.
I'm glad that you agree, Mr. Ray Wilson.
Mr. Ray Wilson, please
Ray
don't
Wilson,
interrupt.
please don't interrupt. If you do that again, you'll be held in contempt again. Each contempt is consecutive, meaning that you do additional time stacked.
I really wish that this guy's trial was on YouTube. I'm sure that it was a riot. You can feel the disrespect just watching him through a screen. You can feel it. Like I can feel it. I understand why McDuffie's going so hard at this guy. Like, yeah, just look at him. Like, he is the poster boy for disrespect of the court.
Nothing else for the people, Your Honor.
Anything else you want to say, Mr. Ray Wilson?
I mean, it's not necessary. I'm just waiting on sentence.
Defendant is to serve 30 days in the Washtenaw County Jail for contempt of court. That sentence is to be served consecutive and preceding the original sentence for the malicious use of telecommunication services. For that sentence, it's 180 days in the Washtenaw County Jail. Credit for 97 days served. 83 days to be served. Defendant is to complete the in-house MRT program if he sees fit. If not, then he doesn't. Fines and costs are waived. There is the $125 state minimum fee and victim impact fee that he needs to pay. You're all set, sir.
Alrighty.
All right. I don't know what his underlying sentence is that he's already serving time on. So I have no idea how long he's in jail. All we know is what Judge Washington just said. But let's say he serves all that time. Let's say he's serving 6 months. I have no idea. I'm just going to say 6 months. And after that 6 months is over, like, oh yeah, you remember that contempt charge? You're going to stay here for another month. That's when it's going to sink in. Oh man, I'm an asshole. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. Chaotic, good. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. I really appreciate it. That's generous of you. And welcome to all the new members. That's awesome. Thank you again, Chaotic. All right. Next one. All right. Yep. Another yellow.
Good morning, Mr. Connor.
This guy's yeah. There's an underlying issue here. I don't know if it's MH or if he's just, I don't know. It might be drug induced. I'm not sure. You'll see. You'll see. Half the time he seems he's with it. The other time he's just yelling. You'll find out.
I didn't hear you, Mr. Connor.
He's muted, Your Honor.
It looks like I have 1, 2, 3, 4 matters for Mr. Connor. 2 revocation hearings and 2 arrangements for new charges. So Mr. Connor, the first matter I'm going to address with you is 23 CR 12633, which is a suspended sentence of 60 days in the Washoe County Jail for crimes that you entered pleas to of petty larceny and trespass. Do you understand that you have a 60-day sentence hanging over your head for those 2 charges?
Your Honor, the jail is muted. Deputy?
Yes, I understand.
Oh, Deputy Cutie has a remote. You ladies didn't get to see him walk on screen. I'm guessing. I don't know if it's him today or not, but yeah. For those that don't know that joke, you gotta go watch the Deputy Cutie video I put up.
Thank you. So the other case I have, Mr. Connor, is 24 CR 00551, a simple battery charge for which you were convicted and sentenced to 120 days with 60 days up front. So it looks like you have 2 60-day suspended sentences at this juncture. I also have new cases for you, sir. The next one is 24 CR 04267, a trespassing. Did you understand what trespassing is?
And on the terms that they do, no, because it would have probably been like a loitering. They skip loitering and go right to trespassing and right to court dates in jail. Like they don't give you no warning. You can go to the first time and they say trespassing. So what is trespassing?
Trespassing is either staying on private property or returning after you have been asked to leave. And you have another trespassing in another matter at St. Mary's. I'm not sure where this trespassing occurred. I can certainly look. Let me see what the citation says here. it looks like the Row Eldorado property after being verbally trespassed from the, it looks like the violation date was March 31st. And it looks like you were trespassed on that day by security. So do you understand what trespassing is and why you were cited for that offense?
I'll probably never understand it out here because they do everything illegally. I'd like to move past to that one because this next one try to say I was using the restroom and they try to tell me that I'm trespassing using the restroom. You see, and I cannot get out the restroom when performance is number 2 that quick. So they say I'm trespassing. Then when I come out the restroom, they don't let me wash my hands. There's 3 security guards, 2 female, 1 male, and they decided to put their hands on me. So I ran down the staircase. Well, gentlemen probably fell in.
Please don't tell me the facts of the case. Do you want to go ahead and enter not guilty, please, on the new
No,
trespass?
I want to no look injury and clean up my 60 days and get everything up off me so I can just be walking around with nothing because I'm tired of having these suspenders hanging over me and they can just activate it over me going to the restroom somewhere. You know what I mean? Because a lot of public information happens about a person, which should be private about me, but you know, they tap everything out here and everybody's listening in. So I've been targeted like too much, and I'd rather do 60 and get everything up off of me, and so I can leave at the 60 with nothing hanging over my head, and then maybe I have a fair chance of restarting myself over here.
Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about. No one's listening. No one's watching him. No one's paying attention to what his criminal history is going on right now. Right, guys? We're not paying attention at all to you. Nobody's watching, man. Okay, I lied. We're watching. We're watching this go down.
All right, thank you, Mr. Connor. Mr. Loomis is, so first, Mr. Altum, are there any negotiations that have been tendered to Mr. Connor relative to his statement here today that he wishes to stipulate to revocation?
There haven't been any, Your Honor. I do see he has 180 days on one case, 60 remaining suspended on another case, and then 2 other trespass cases. One of the trespass cases has a battery and drug paraphernalia as well. There's been no offers tendered.
There have been 60 and 60. Was a 180 was turned. I did 60 on that. So how many I take? You take to a 120. So
Hold on a minute. I think we're not consistent in our information.
Yeah.
Mr. Alton, my information is in case 24 CR 00551, a simple battery that Mr. Connor was sentenced to 120 days, but he was ordered to do 60 days up front. That would leave a balance of 60 days. And in case 23 CR 12633, a petty larceny and trespassing, he was also sentenced to 60 days suspended. If I'm incorrect, that's what the.
All right, Queen, you just reminded me of a joke, and it's not a good one. Just a forewarning. What do they say about a man that walks through the doors of an airport sideways? He's gone to Bangkok. Boom. I'm here all week.
The information that I have, and I don't see anything in my notes that indicate that either one of the sentences was to run consecutively. So I believe legally that would make it 60 days concurrent. Do you wish to tender an offer relative to the 2 new charges, the 2 new cases?
If you were to plead to one of the new trespasses and the battery, the city would dismiss the other cases, and the city would recommend 30 days consecutive to the revoked cases.
Yeah, no, they're trying to put me 90 days. That don't sound right.
All right, so Mr. Connor, the city attorney has made you an offer, and the offer is on the new charges that if you plead to the trespassing and the simple battery, which are in 2 separate cases, he'll dismiss another trespass and the possession of paraphernalia charges. Do you want to go ahead and accept that?
The thing is, like, they want to try to put me there. The total when they do that, they want me to do 90 days. Why not? I take the charges and they run it all together with a 60.
All right, I'm not going to plea bargain with you relative to the sentence. Do you want to take the city attorney's offer to drop some of the charges if you plead to a couple?
They can't approve it in trial anyway because I didn't do no battery.
All right, so you want to enter pleas?
I ran
So
from
Mr.
this.
Connor, you want to enter pleas of not guilty to these 2 new cases?
This is a thing. So
I'm asking you, this is a yes or no question, Mr. Connor. Got a bunch of people waiting behind you to be seen by the court.
I should be able to have a private meetings with my attorney. I'll take the plea and I'll see y'all back in civil court then, I guess. For malicious prosecution of criminal charge. I take the plea.
I'm gonna go
Take the
ahead
plea.
and enter pleas of not guilty for you. We'll
No,
set
no,
the
I
matter
said
for
plea
trial.
of no long contendere. I will take the plea, whatever else was before you said not guilty. I take the plea. I personally accept the plea of no long contendere.
All right, so what
Not
is
a
your
not
plea?
guilty.
Hold on.
You can't put me
So
not
what-
guilty when I don't want to be not guilty.
Mr. Connor,
I really don't think it works that way. When you plea, so when you're willingly pleading, you're saying no contest or no low contendere or guilty, right? You're pleading. You're doing that. That's why they ask you all those questions. I don't think you can come back and say it was a malicious prosecution if you're willingly pleading and saying that you did this. I don't think it works that way. I really don't.
I'm gonna put you at the back of the list and you can wait for the.
I told
but
you,
want-
yes. I entered
Come
a
on.
plea to guilty and I take one of this trespass and one of this that. I told you that. But my original
right, I'm
comment
gonna
was
go
no
over this one
contendere.
more time
I
with
take the
you.
guilty, but you're not gonna make. No, hold on, because I got a speech impediment, so you probably can't understand me, right?
I understand you completely. You just won't let me talk.
Okay, what's up?
All right, so what I'm asking you, sir, is what is your plea in case 24 CR 04267, the crime of trespass?
Guilty.
All right, sir, and what is your plea in case 24 CR 04854, which is the trespass, simple battery, and possession of paraphernalia? The city has offered that if you plead to the simple battery, he will dismiss the trespass and paraphernalia charge. Do you want to accept that offer?
Yeah, sure.
And what is your plea then to the charge of simple battery?
Guilty.
All right, sir, and do you understand by entering pleas of guilty that you waive your constitutional trial rights?
I see that.
All
I
right, did you,
understand that.
do you have any question about those rights, sir?
No.
Do you understand that the maximum penalty for each of those offenses could be up to 6 months in jail and or a $1,000 fine?
I understand that.
Thank you. Have you served in the United States military, sir?
No, I have not.
All right, I will accept your pleas of guilty as freely, voluntarily, and knowingly entered. Mr. Altum, do you wish to set this matter over for a victim impact statement as to the newest simple battery charge?
Your Honor, this is at St. Mary's. It's been our experience that they don't necessarily want to participate. It wasn't the most serious, but they would have that right. So I'd give Your Honor that option as well.
All right, so are you asking for a reasonable period of time to contact the victim in this matter?
Yes.
Very good. Then, Mr. Connor, what I'm required to do by state law is to set this matter over for sentencing whenever the prosecution requests time to contact the victim. Even if they don't want to come, they get at least 1 day to contact the victim.
They have a veterans court in Reno, a specific court specialized just for veterans. So whenever they're taking a plea on anything, they will always ask. So they will send you there. When you take the plea, they'll do your probation, they'll do all your oversight, they'll help you with housing, they'll help you get food stamps if they'll do a lot of things for you. They also have their community court there, which is the same thing for non-vets, but I think vets get special treatments for their sentences. So at least if it's their first or second offense, probably I'm not exactly sure, but that's why they have a vet court. There's not a lot of time left to this video. You guys want me to play a bonus clip? I've got a couple videos ready. You guys want to see another one? Let me know.
Victim, the city attorney has that option, so we can give that victim the opportunity to testify at your sentencing if they wish to do so. So I'm going to set this matter over. Is 1 day enough for you, Mr. Altum, or would you like to set this over till Monday?
1 day is fine, Your Honor.
All right, we'll set this matter over for sentencing and continued revocation hearings on the suspended sentence orders until tomorrow morning. There will be a no bail hold as to Mr. Connor until tomorrow morning for his sentencing and the other cases. Did you have any questions, Mr. Connor?
No.
All right, sir, we'll see you tomorrow morning.
And Judge, just for the record, on the 60-day suspended sentence case, it does specify consecutive.
Which one is it? Is it on the 24 CR 00551?
No, it's the one ending in 12633.
Okay, so I didn't want to improperly advise you of anything, Mr. Connor. 23 CR 12633, which was a petty larceny and trespass. My court clerk is advised that the notes, your conviction could run consecutive to any other charges. Do you understand that, sir?
Usually from Walmart anyway. I haven't been to Walmart since October. So
Okay,
then
but look,
what happened?
that's
I
yes,
asked them 60
that's a
days.
yes or no
They
question,
keep trying to
Mr.
give me the
Connor.
whole
Did you
180.
understand that it could run consecutively?
So they want to try
Did
to
you?
give me 120 days or what? Or 90? That's all I'm
So
trying to. I just
my
want to find out.
question to you is, do you understand that one of the 60-day sentences?
If it's cool, I'll do voodoo. Go ahead. Put it.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Connor. I appreciate your attendance.
Oh, I did. I snuck in a feel good one.
How you?
I snuck in a feel good one. I forgot this was at the end. I thought that one was anything. I will still play a bonus clip. Thank you, Sparkle Boots, for the. Let me bring you back up. Sparkle Boots, the bonus clip. Thank you, Sparkle Boots. Yeah, I'll play one. I think the next one I have on the rotation of bonus clips is Judge Webster. It's from about a month ago. It's a good one. It's a good one.
Doing, Your Honor?
I'm doing all right. I'm Judge Whitman with the Kansas City, Kansas Municipal Court. You had a number of things that were kind of hanging out here pending. You've got a lot of traffic matters and stuff that you owed money.
Yeah.
Is there any way that you can get those paid?
I was gonna see if I could talk to Mr. Shane and see if I can have him to bond me out. That way I can relinquish my truck to him, and that way I can see I get paid on the first. Then I can try to come up with that 10% of that 1,000, that 5,000, whatever you choose. Because most of those tickets, I think my brother used my name on them because I barely drive.
Okay, but these are pretty old. These are
Yeah, I understand.
2020.
Yeah, see, because I had amputated my foot here back.
I got you.
You know, I could barely walk.
All
See,
right.
when my foot was amputated, my brother and them was driving my truck because they was taking me to the doctors.
All right.
Out
Now,
of work.
who is this Shane person?
That's Shane, Mr. Shane. I see the name on the bondsman. I was just thinking, how could I get out? Because
Okay.
I can't take these voices in here. They are really wearing me down in here, and my foot is really killing me, Your Honor. And I was wondering, is there any way I could talk to you, please, about a signature bond or anything that I can go home to my wife, but I'll make it to court. I'll make sure I pay my fines.
Right.
You know, it always helps when I hit the unmute button. Thank you, Dwight. I appreciate it. Yeah, this is sad, but there's a happy ending. Like I said, I wanted to end the night on a feel good clip, but now we have a bonus clip, so you're gonna get your feel good clip early. But thank you so much, Dwight. I appreciate the super chat. And Jay, hey Jay, love the bonus clips and bonus songs. I don't have a bonus song for you, but yeah, bonus clip for sure.
I will make sure.
Do you have a job?
No, ma'am, I'm on fixed income.
I
But I get
got-
a check on the first.
Okay. All
See,
right.
me and my beloved is on the fixed income, ma'am.
I understand. Okay. Because this is quite a chunk of change that you owe
I
this.
understand. I'm not going to argue with you, Your Honor. But like I
Okay.
say, my brother's number's been
Right.
driving my truck also. I don't know what they did, but I
Okay.
know it's all on me.
Gotcha.
And I'm the
Because-
owner of the truck.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All
ma'am.
right. Well, this is what I'm going to do. I will get you OR'd out. But I'm going to give you a court date because I need you to pay this stuff.
Ma'am,
Okay.
if you give me the chance, I guarantee you, I got a fixed income, but I can make sure I can give you $100 a month.
I mean, as long as you're making some payment, because I feel like you forgot us.
I didn't forget you, I have this illness. I used to have a case manager, but see,
Oh,
my
okay.
case manager had lost.
Yeah, I wish I was big enough where we could do like when we found people that we really like this guy, and we did like a quick, fundraiser, and we just paid his tickets off for him. I would love to be that big to be able to do that, but there's no way. He owes like $1,000. Like, I'm not going to do that. But that'd be really nice because I like this guy too. I think he's adorable. He kind of reminds me of my grandpa a little bit.
Your job, and I'm in the process of getting another one.
Another.
Wyandotte Mental caseload is they have so not too many case managers.
Right.
And
I
I'm
understand.
waiting for one.
Yes.
And
All
I'm-
right. Well, I'm going to continue this. I'm going to get you out, but your new court date is going to be June 25th.
I will be there, ma'am. I
All
will
right.
be there with
And
bells on.
it'll be June 25th at 1 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And what I'm hoping is that you'll get out and you'll start making some payments. So by June 25th, I can look and say you're making some progress on this.
I have June the 3rd. I will give you some money.
All right.
I love this guy. June the 3rd. I'll give you some. I think this is Kansas. I think it's Kansas. I don't even remember. I don't. All right. I think this is it. So I'm gonna
Give
let
you
this
my
play for a
word,
second.
Your Honor.
All right. All right. Well, we'll send the paperwork over. I can't guarantee when they're going to actually physically let you out, but
Yes, ma'am.
the paperwork will go over before 5 today.
Thank you, ma'am. Long as I know I'm getting out, Your Honor, I'll show thank you. And
So-
God bless you.
All right. So June 25th, 1 o'clock.
Yes, ma'am. June 25th.
Okay.
Exactly, ma'am. I'll be there.
Do you have any questions at all?
No, ma'am. I just want to thank you, Your Honor.
All
And
right.
God bless you.
All right. God bless you. And we'll see you 25th.
Thank you, ma'am.
All
Thank
right.
you. Bye-bye.
All right, gotta load the bonus clip. Yeah, we could do something to help him out. The problem is we have no way of finding him, right? So if I had a bigger channel and more people, I could, maybe have an investigator that could locate the guy. But I have no idea how to do that. So I'm not doing that. I'm not way far away from doing that. So let's not get ahead of ourselves. I'm still small. When I get a little bit bigger, we can do cool things like that. All right. Let's bonus clip. Bonus clip. I was worried I put my intro. This was supposed to be a premiere like a month ago, and I never did it. Amanda Blueberry, thank you so much for the 3 months. I very much appreciate it. Thank you so much. That's awesome.
2022 TR 4085, State of Kansas versus Elizabeth Ray Ann Hennessy. Case number 2023 TR 2329, State of Kansas versus Elizabeth Ray.
Remember how I was saying earlier how the Kansas judges that are male are just monotone? Yeah, Judge Webster is the opposite of that, especially in this one. Her personality comes through.
Ann Hennessy, and case number 2023 TR 3263, State of Kansas versus Elizabeth Ray Ann Hennessy. Devin Canfield for the state, Darren Patterson for the defendant. I believe that's you under Moto G Go, Miss Hennessy?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Mr. Patterson, how does your client wish to proceed on her 3 cases today?
Your Honor, I can tell the court I do not have reports for the 23 TR 3263 case yet, so I'm needing to get those, but also I expect that I will be appointed in case 24 TR 166, which is set for this Wednesday for first appearance, which I don't know, we might be able to get a first appearance done on it today rather than wait so that I can get my order of appointment and start working on that case also so that we can then request April 29 on all 4 cases to resolve them all at one time.
I'm sorry, what was the 4th case number since it's not on the docket?
24 TR 166.
So I've got a defendant with traffic cases. A 22 case, 4805. Expired tag and no insurance from October 31st of 22. She's been to court since March 29 to 23, so it's rolled over and had her birthday and multiple court appearances. I have a 23 TR 2329. Driving while suspended, dating April 12th, 23. She's been to court on that. And I have 23 TR 3263. Which is a violation of restrictions on driver's license or permit, no registration, unauthorized lights and signals, dating August 30th.
Thank you for the super. Hit the play button way too many times. No idea, and I'm not going to ask her. You can, I'm not. But yeah, I have no idea. I'm not even going to guess. Her glasses are amazing, though.
23. We'll see if I can find that fourth case and have, as you said, first appearance. I think that's a logical way to proceed. You 2024 TR. Living while suspended, no liability insurance, no registration, dating November 15th of 23. And now I have the same defendant sitting behind the wheel of a car with a seatbelt on. Where are you, ma'am, Miss Hennessy?
Busted. Yeah, there could be a lot of reasons for it. She does have her seatbelt on, though.
In my car,
Where's your car?
in a parking lot.
Where's the parking lot?
And Judge, I mean, she's going to tell you where she's at, Your Honor, but I do note she is on a restricted driver's license currently.
Where's the parking lot?
In Wichita.
Where in Wichita? Quit playing games.
I'm at Harry and Webb.
Okay. And maybe your seatbelt's not on. Maybe you're wearing it hooked behind your seat. Is that what you're doing?
I'm not. I'm just sitting here. I'm not driving or anything.
Why is your seatbelt hooked? But
So
behind your back. Why is it hooked?
So it doesn't ding when with the radio on.
How'd you get in the parking lot? Did you drive there?
Yeah. I'm allowed to drive, right?
Are you?
Yeah, I am restricted.
Judge, I do show a driver's license status that she is restricted. She has been restricted since at least January 18.
Of 2024? Where's she allowed to work or drive? To and from work? What?
Yes.
Are you on your way to work?
No. I'm not driving anywhere. I'm just sitting out here so I can hear.
Well, you didn't just get there magically. Mr. Patterson, I assume you're going to have a talk with her about driving and violation of restrictions.
I'm in the parking lot where I'm staying.
I will just have a long discussion with her, Judge. Yes.
Thank you, because this does not bode well with the court. All right, so Ms. Hennessy, I'm going to treat this as your first appearance on your latest case, 2024 TR 166. Count 1, you're accused of driving while your license was canceled, suspended, or revoked on November 15th, 2023 in Butler County, Kansas. If this turns out to be your first conviction for driving while suspended, the penalties are up to 6 months in jail and a fine of $100 up to $1,000. If, however, it ends up being your second because you get convicted on one of those others, it could be an A misdemeanor. The fine could be up to $2,500. There could be a mandatory must serve 5 days in jail, but the maximum could be up to a year. In count 2, operating a motor vehicle without liability insurance with a prior conviction within the last 3 years. That is an A misdemeanor. If convicted, your fine could be at least $800 up to $2,500. Your sentence could be up to a year in the county jail. Now, depending on why you were suspended, or strike that, depending on why you were, oh, I'm not even gonna go there. All right, on count 3, operating vehicle without registration or with expired tag, that's an unclassified misdemeanor. The penalty could be up to $2,500 in fines, and the jail sentence could be at least 30 days up to 6 months in the county jail. Do you have any questions for the court about the charges or the possible penalties?
No, ma'am.
All right, I'm going to enter a not guilty plea, as I think that's what your counsel is suggesting. And then Mr. Patterson, when did you want to have these set over?
The next available date the court has.
Is that 4/29, Savannah?
Your Honor, we're at 34 hearings now set on April 29th. So I would say we're on to May 6th now.
May 6th, 8 a.m. Miss Hennessy, you must be back here by Zoom, May 6th at 8 a.m. Do not get another charge. Do not drive.
All right. I do want to say this. This was a docket where Judge Webster had a couple tough cases. I think she's going pretty hard on, what was her name, Miss Hennessy? She's not driving. She has a restricted license. She's allowed to drive to and from work. You don't know where she's at. Like I feel like Judge Webster was kind of harsh on her. But also, Miss Hennessy could have done a lot better on defending herself there. Like, I have a restricted license. I'm allowed to drive to work. I'm sitting outside work or on my way to work, and I pulled over for court. Like, I mean, just some things she could have said. Just saying. I don't necessarily think she's, broke her restricted license. We don't know, but yeah. Judge Webster made it very clear. Don't do it. Do not do it. I just wrote notes.
You've gotten driving violations October 31st to 22, April 12th to 23, August 30th to 23, November 15th to 23, and that's just in Butler County. Who knows what you've got in Sedgwick County where you're living and so forth?
Nothing.
All right, I hope that's right. But I'm afraid by setting this over to May 6th, that can give you time to get more. So
As long as I stay out of Butler County.
What?
I said, as long as I stay out of Butler County.
Well, not necessarily. You can get them anywhere in the state of Kansas or other states. If you're illegal in one county, you're illegal in another. Maybe some counties aren't diligent. Maybe you're just not lucky in some counties. But no, I'm ordering you not to be driving anywhere unless you're legal to do it.
Okay.
Sedgwick County. So that being the case, we're going to set a bond on that case. Recommendations for amount, Mr. Canfield, which, by the way, it looks like she was on bond for some of these when she committed the other ones. We could revoke her bond and just hold her in jail, but what's your recommendation?
Bond was set in the new case at $1,500 professional surety. I would ask that bond remain with the added condition of no violation of any driver's license restrictions.
Okay, so she's already on bond in 24 TR 166.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I will maintain that bond.
All right, that's all I got. There's only about a minute and a half left of this video. So I'm going to let it play out. You guys are all awesome. Thank you all for the membership milestones, the gifted memberships, and the super chats. Everyone's awesome. You guys have a great night. I will be in Discord for a little bit after this. Come hang out with us. We have a lot of fun over there. And until next time, bye.
Mr. Patterson, anything further?
And is the court appointing me in the new case?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Thank you. Nothing.
Unless Miss Hennessy, you've had some significant change in your financial circumstances since Mr. Patterson was last appointed?
No.
Okay, all right. Mr. Patterson is appointed in all 4 cases. And Miss Hennessy is excused. You may go at this time, but make sure you talk to Mr. Patterson soon about driving.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thanks.
Excused. You're welcome.